All right. Let's do it. Oh, guys.
All rise.
It's been so long.
It really has. It's actually insane.
Honestly, it feels like we just recorded last week.
No way. I feel like I've been gone for months.
No, we have no. It's been actually 3.5 weeks.
That was our longest. It wasn't a break. We pre-filmed.
That last week was not a break. That was the most stressful time of our life.
That was our longest time away from each other.
Yeah.
It was a break for 3 weeks, but we still.
There was still behind the scenes.
Yeah.
There was no days off. Let's be clear.
Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started.
Don't get me started.
Trying to get these episodes up while she was in New York.
No, everyone's in a different time zone. Impossible.
Everyone trying to send each other stuff that we need to upload with, but we got 6 a.m. here, or we got brutal.
I got text from Zane. Thank God I don't sleep. Every text from Zane was 4 a.m. It's like, damn.
Well, look, I'm glad we're all together.
We're gonna have an insane episode. I'm so excited.
It's
I know
insane.
we have a lot to talk about. I have an absurd amount to talk about.
I got something I gotta tell y'all.
Matt's been going off about something that he needs to get off of his chest.
I just found out about less than an hour ago.
Oh God! And he keeps saying he needs to get it all. I need to get off my chest.
I can't tell if it's something good or bad.
I don't know. It sounds good. It sounds
exciting,
but it could possibly be bad. But I don't think it's. I think we'll be good. Whatever it is.
Should we run the
You're also scaring me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll the intro.
Yeah, let's jump right into it.
It's Capital, baby.
Be who you are in your pride.
Ow.
Sorry. Welcome back to Zane and Heath Unfiltered. I'm Zane.
I'm Heath.
I'm Matt.
I'm Mariah.
And we are Unfiltered. Thank you again for tuning into another episode.
It means so much. Really, truly.
Blocked.
Everyone tuning in. Thank you.
All right.
Man, I don't know what to start with.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Okay.
I need to hear it, yeah.
I got to tell you this because I just got a phone call. And it's a phone call I've been waiting on. And
You're sick.
Yeah. This is okay.
I'm nervous.
I have skin cancer.
No!
Yeah, I do. But I have basal cell carcinoma, which is the most treatable form of skin cancer that there is. It's very treatable. Okay, this is good. Everything's gonna be okay. But I got the fucking call just an hour before this.
Oh my gosh.
I'll walk you guys through this.
Matt, I would have canceled.
That's why I asked for the extra 30 minutes.
You didn't have to do this.
You didn't have to say, can we push it? I thought you were stuck in traffic.
But I was I was already in the neighborhood too because I was watching the Mavs game, which is why I'm wearing these colors. And I was at a friend's house nearby. And I'll walk you all through.
Are you okay? Are you still in shock?
Yeah. I'm in shock, but luckily I was with my friend who is a nurse and he's like, "Oh, dude, you're fine." And I'm like, "Okay, I am fine."
You have
also,
a little peace of mind.
I'll walk you through how all this has happened and how it all went down. So I had noticed a spot on my shin that almost looks like a bruise. This isn't even it though.
Okay.
I realized I've had this spot on my leg for now 4 years. I always thought it was a bruise that hadn't healed. And then one day I was like, I should just get that looked
raised?
at. No, well, so here's the thing. I went in going, "What's this?" kind of a thing. I set up an appointment, looked at it, and she goes, "Oh, no, that's nothing. That's just a sunspot."
It looks like a scab.
Yeah.
Or like a dark spot from a scar.
It's just one of those old man marks that your skin has. That was nothing. And so she goes, and then I'm also pointing out every weird thing that I've had on my body.
never know.
I've had I don't know, these kind of hardened bumps that maybe look like a wart. Guys, I'm Scottish, Irish, Swedish. I got freckly skin all over. So it's good to get it checked up. And also my mom has had a history of squamous basal cell skin cancer before. She had that I feel 10, 15 years ago. They remove it. All that's fine. But I do have a history of it. And so I'm asking her what about this? What about this? She goes, that's fine. She goes, but I'm concerned about this part right here on the back of your neck.
Man.
And
I'm
you didn't notice it that?
I've never noticed it. And I touch it and it's kind of raised. And she goes, and she takes a picture of it and it kind of looks like my normal psoriasis thing. But this one was raised and had like a little dot in the middle of it.
Red or brown?
It almost looked like a freckle in the middle of a psoriasis spot, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It doesn't even look like your typical like cancer. Like, have you ever seen like images of skin cancer? It looks like nasty. It looks like someone
looks
dropped
like what
chocolate.
you would imagine skin cancer is.
Right.
Yeah.
And so she goes.
Thank you, Mariah, because I literally have. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
So mine. Okay, look at that pink one. That one. Oh, basal cell. That's exactly what I have. That's basically what I have right there on the left. That's what it is.
Oh wow.
Okay.
My mom had the one in the middle, and melanoma is like the really serious one.
Got it.
So once again, I have like the most mild form. But so she's like, let's do a biopsy right now. And I'm like, okay. She goes, we're just going to send this into the lab. You know, they do the local anesthetic and put like, I don't know what she did. Like they cut off like the top layer or whatever, put it in a little vial, send it off to the lab. This was last Wednesday. Okay. She goes, you're going to either get a notification on like your app telling you it's nothing, or you'll get a phone call from me saying it's something.
Man.
So for the past week, I've been like checking my app all the time.
Making sure the notifications are on.
Yes.
And
all the time I've been checking, and nothing's coming through. And now it's today, we're recording right now, it's Thursday. I'm like, I should just send her a message just to say, hey, have we gotten the lab results back? Would like to know, because I'm sick. Every time my phone vibrated, I was like,
yeah,
is it Kaiser? And so I'm watching the fucking Mavs game, and just an hour before this, and I get the call and it says Kaiser, and I'm like, oh shit.
Gosh.
I'm with my friend, I go, here goes.
Did your heart,
what?
like your stomach drop?
Cut. The thing,
Did you do any research before that call?
About different types of skin cancer?
Yeah.
No, I would just rather hear what it is right out the gate. I didn't want to go down a rabbit hole and
psych
scare
yourself
myself
out, yeah.
into something. And really, I thought because it had been so long, I go, it's nothing. Because like silence usually is a good thing. If it was serious, they would hit me up immediately. I don't know if this woman had just had it in her final inbox and was like, oh, shit. Yeah, this guy has skin cancer. I need to reach out to him. So I get on the call, and she's like, yeah, we did find some basal cell carcinoma, but this is the most treatable thing ever. I've had 2 beers. I'm like sitting down like by this pool chair, just sitting there listening to this lady talk. And she's so optimistic about it. She's explaining all the different procedures. Basically, there's one where they go in and like remove, I don't know, the whole fucking thing and like get a big ice cream chunk out of it and sew it up. There's another one that's called like Mohs, where it's like layer by layer by layer, but that's something that you do for more sensitive areas of your body, like if it was on your eyelid or I don't know, on your scrotum or something, like something sensitive. And then the other one is like topical creams that like kill it on its own, but she goes, I'd much rather 100% get it all the way out. And I'm like, can you just send me an email of all of this like information and pick the choices? And
so what happens now?
So what happens now? Well, I got to go read the email, look at the choices. I need to call my parents. I haven't called my parents yet. I've only called, because then I was like, I got to call Patricia. But then I'm like, maybe I need to wait until I tell Patricia in person. But then I'm like, I'm going to go on this podcast and I got to fucking.
Matt, I would like, part of me would just like want to get it removed and then say it after. I don't want to freak everybody out.
I'm not, and once again, guys, I'm not trying to freak y'all out. I just also feel like this is important to share.
Yeah, no, it's...
Go get your skin checked up.
Yeah.
And you know what? And the big thing is like, it's also my skin, my sensitivity. Yeah, I've been out in the sun. Also, I got the whole I've gone to tanning beds every time I've done guttate psoriasis.
Oh, I forgot about the tanning beds.
Right, and I've been dancing along that little devil for a long time. But every time I've done tanning beds, it's been every 2 or 3 years for 1 month at a time.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 times a week, which is still so risky, so unhealthy to do. But that's what I just wanted to clear up my skin. So in a way, did it to myself. But I'm not going to die. I don't have to do chemo or anything like that.
Mild.
That's good.
It's so mild.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But let's get Live Strong bracelets for me and make this my hope. But I mean, all sensitivities. Cancer is very serious. And I think my lucky stars out of all types of cancer, this is what I get.
If you let that go, obviously it could get worse and worse, right?
Can it turn into melanoma?
You know what? I haven't even had time to Google all of this. And and right when I was sitting here, I was trying to Google stuff to give you guys information. But the more I was Googling it, I was kind of freaking myself out.
Yeah.
I need to spend time.
You walked in such a positive mood, so props to you on being able to hear the news and still.
I would be.
Thank you.
I cannot believe you just found out.
Yeah,
I can't believe you're sitting here.
I mean, you got to keep your wits about you.
Well, glad it's not anything, super serious, and it is treatable.
Yeah.
Because that is scary. I keep seeing stuff all the time. Like people our age, like a lot of men are getting colon cancer.
Yes.
That's a big one, too.
It's a very common thing I keep seeing now, and I'm like...
And esophageal cancer, too. If you're having, like, weird heartburn, burps, please go get it checked out.
I just can't believe you're like, can you check this? And, like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
It looks like a rat. It doesn't look anything serious.
Everything that I was worried about wasn't the issue. It was something I wasn't even paying attention to that had the skin cancer. And... Once again, it's not. I don't need a GoFundMe. We start wearing ribbons for me.
Mad Appreciation Month.
No more pride. What's your
no more pride?
Sorry. What's your color?
For my
green and blue.
I bet there is a skin cancer color because don't like pink is breast cancer. Pink. I don't know.
We
Yellow's
should
testicular.
Do a walkathon. Walkathon.
Let's all wear stripes for Matt.
Yeah.
Rugby tees for Matt.
Yeah, rugby tees.
Oh gosh.
Well,
we should have a party.
Hey, can we make sure that it's off his back first?
Every single, it's like 400 people, but we're all in stripes and funky socks.
Stripes for Matt.
Stripes for Matt is such a good banner.
So yeah, the next step is getting it removed, but I just don't know the timeline of it, and I'm bummed because I've been like working out like every fucking day. I have the whole month free, and I've been like. I just want to get the gym.
Also,
and I'm like,
can we scrape it off for you?
It doesn't seem like something that's gonna be. The recovery is gonna be bad. They're just right.
I guess, but it's like, how deep are those stitches? How deep is the lesion?
My sister-in-law had skin cancer, and they had to cut a huge chunk. And apparently, it was like, I don't know if it was melanoma, but it was a very serious one.
Oh, okay.
So I guess it depends. Like, it could look small on the surface, but it could be deeper under the skin that you don't realize until I guess they start getting in there.
I was so bright. Y'all's reaction right when I told you like I have skin cancer.
In my head, very dark in my head. I'm just
That's
like
crazy
cancer, but in my head, I was like, it's obviously not cancer.
If it was like I found out I had testicular cancer, I probably would have canceled this episode and been like, I have to I
have to go make a baby real quick.
Right. Like if it was something much more serious, thank goodness I was with my friend Matt Reynolds. He's an amazing nurse, and just him talking through it and being like, "You're fine. Like this happens. Like you're gonna be good." How can I
sit here and bitch and moan about some testicular cancer that I thought I had when he had one on his back the whole time?
The whole time.
The whole time.
How am I going to sit here and be excited about our entire vacation, you being in Europe after finding out?
I just can't. It's been on your back while I was sitting here. Oh, guys, I think
you didn't know. You thought you were being proactive.
Who knows, though, how long it's been there?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Well, it's definitely the last time I had psoriasis outbreak, which was 2 summers ago. They had to have looked at my body and been like, that looks weird.
I want to see if I ever noticed it while living with you.
You want to see it? Yeah. Well, but they cut it so it's like scab. You would have not thought
psoriasis had anything to do with it, or not? Do you think? But
I don't know. I'm also so scared of talking about I don't know. It's because
you don't know. You don't know much about
beds,
it.
But it's also just my type of skin.
Yeah.
And
I want to go to the doctor.
Exposing it. I'm gonna be now just like a goth girl all summer, like a black umbrella. Yeah. I'll look like Helen Bonham Carter and Sweeney Todd. Just
you're making me really think twice of ever doing a tanning bed ever again.
I would never do it ever again.
Well, no, now definitely.
And the thing is, I loved them. I loved the tanning beds every time I did it.
But what about sitting out in the sun, while you're on the set, you have to
just wear sunscreen.
No, I know, but now you definitely have to wear sunscreen all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be now always making sure my back especially is just never directly exposed. I'll probably hang out with my shirt off in the water, but this whole area.
Think about that.
Oh yeah, it kind of it kind of bums me where I'm like, damn, I can never really try to get that tan.
Yeah, and it's always this chip on your shoulder, you know?
Because, like, I always like pink, and then I do get tan. My
Yeah.
brother, he can never get tan. But now I'm like, damn.
I just started treating Matt much like, look, whatever you need,
Yeah.
just let me know. Matt, you want to sit here? You want to sit in my seat?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be milking. Yeah, can I get, like, free Disney passes? like, are there Make-A-Wish for, like, 30-year-olds? All respect, though, to
Matt,
everyone who does have serious cancer.
You use it every chance you get to get free shit. But
yeah, well, my skin cancer.
You're reaching out to like self-tanning products.
Oh, yeah, I might get a good free self.
Oh, hit up Aquaphor. They would eat this up.
Ooh.
yeah,
Eat it up.
I'm going to cash in on this a big time. That's terrible.
Yeah.
No,
Do you
I
guys
should
do
be
like
donating
priority boarding?
any money. Yeah.
Hit up Vaseline.
I have the most tiniest.
Matt,
guys,
you
I
tell-
have the best.
Hit up Pastina and garlic and oil.
But
Have
I'm gonna
fun
be
with it,
fine.
Guys,
Yeah.
Matt would have wanted us to joke about
We
this.
get Barbara O'Neill like in like what you really need is some rosemary if you want to get the skin cancer.
She would get
Out
it
of your
gone
body.
quick. Uh-huh.
Is that who her name is? Yeah,
but look, in the end of the day, it's treatable.
Yeah.
it's
That's
very
all that matters.
treatable. So it'll all be good. I'm glad I caught it. But yeah, had to tell y'all that to get off my chest. But
You're
I want to
back.
hear about y'all. Y'all been having some fun travels.
Oh,
Zane, Mr. Wanderlust over here.
Baby, traveling the world, not getting skin cancer, but
Don't
not be
jinx
me.
it.
I would get something. Trust me. What I do? I was traveling the world, baby. I went to where did I
doesn't even
start?
know.
I don't even remember. I went to
Don't tell him. Nobody tell him.
Timbuktu.
Nobody tell him.
I went to like 6 different countries,
Name 'em.
including the U.S. The
Very
start of
good.
it was fun. The start of it. As soon as I get to the airport, starts off with a nice fight at the airport. Right? It was right before, like, I'm waiting at my gate, and all of a sudden I just see people screaming. I was like, "This is what I needed, baby." Because I was like,
Yeah.
I was kind of bored, and I knew I had an hour to kill, and I heard fighting, and I immediately got up and like ran around.
It's the best because you know, like, it's about to be super serious in the airport because they don't play around with that stuff.
Yeah.
And you know it's about to be a scene.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I ran around and I see these two. Everybody saw me get up and run for the fight. It was so embarrassing. I'm 30. And these two ladies are yelling at this one kid like, "You're stealing, like in the airport." It's crazy. But first off, why are you stealing the airport? It's like the worst place to like try to like commit
Cameras everywhere.
Yeah, it's just not a good place to do it.
What kind of store? Like
It was like one of those like
Hudson
Oh,
News.
yeah, Hudson News. It was like a Hudson
It was a
News.
Hudson News.
It was a Hudson News.
on
It
the
was,
BBC. Are we in England or
No.
Oh.
This is LAX. Like this is the start. As soon as I got to the airport and I'm waiting at my gate, this fight happens, and obviously, like as a bystander, I'm recording. You know, just in case any shit pops off, and to let you guys see it too. Obviously,
Just right behind me, okay? Just behind me. I'm not afraid of you. And it's stealing from my sister. You're stealing. You're a stealer. And why are you running away? You stay here. Why are you running away?
then these two girls, they walk up to me and they're like, "Oh my God, hi." And I got so embarrassed because they saw me the whole time
Filming the reaction.
running up, running around, and just like watching and then filming just like a little kid. And they saw the whole thing and came up. They're even in the video that I filmed. They're like, they're right next to the fight. But that happened. It was really funny. It was just like,
Did he get like tackled? Did they go after the guy or did he just get away?
Did they take his ticket away? Like, if you get caught stealing, do they still
No.
let you on your-
It was him and his girlfriend. I forget what they said in the video, but it was real. Now these ladies were pissed that were working there. They were like, "Your girlfriend's a whore."
Ooh,
like it was like
A hoa.
It was wild. Yeah, like it got. For like someone working to say that, like what happened? I didn't see what happened in the store. I
Damn.
only saw him walking out and the two ladies like following and just like screaming at him. These ladies also seemed like they were working there for many years, like 25 years probably. So I think they felt like they could just
Yeah. They don't play that.
They had like, they were grandfathered in, you know, like once you work at a certain spot for a certain amount of time, you just don't care anymore. You're like,
Yeah, it gets to the point where you can hit a customer.
Yeah, you know, like the back of your hand.
Exactly. But yeah, that happened. I flew to London and I met up with Hidayah there, my little sister. We went to the Furiosa movie, which was awesome. Like the whole thing was great.
It was awesome. You actually saw the movie too?
Mm-hmm. I saw the movie. I fell asleep halfway through because I was extremely tired. I was exhausted.
And that's the thing is about movie premieres is that you sign up. If you get invited, you think it's really awesome in LA, you show up you're not going to see that movie for another like 2 hours from the moment you show up.
I know.
Too. Like it takes forever, the red carpet, all of that stuff. Because every time you go to the movie, you go in right when it starts and you sit in. It's really annoying. But yeah, you're exhausted by the time.
No, this premiere had food, but and all those premieres that we like get invited to, they never have food. There's just no food. No popcorn. No. Like this one,
it doesn't have like a concession open, so you couldn't go order something if you wanted to.
Yeah, why don't they let people buy it? Why can't we buy something to eat or drink? It's like just no food is allowed for some reason in this theater with us.
They weren't even giving you just like the pre-filled drinks and the popcorn?
No, we got, for this one, we got Warner Brothers. We got a water bottle and chips. A water bottle.
It's like the theme of Mad Max.
I was stealing other people's baggage. I was so hungry. I was starving and tired. and then the kid two chairs down that I took it from, he was like, "Where's my popcorn? Where's my chips?" And I'm like,
stuffing it.
I was like, "Oh, there's an extra one here. It must be yours." And I had to give it back to him, and I was so pissed.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this podcast, Rocket Money.
So guys, catch this. How closely do you track your bank statements and credit card history? Are you combing through every single charge on a regular basis or just assume everything is fine until you notice something weird? Honestly, we don't have time to watch our accounts that closely. But now that we're using Rocket Money, it does all that for me so we don't have to worry about it.
That's right. With Rocket Money, we have full control over our subscriptions and you have a clear view of your expenses.
We can see all of our subscriptions in one place, and if we see something we don't want, Rocket Money can help us cancel with just a few taps.
Personally, I love how the dashboard shows me this month's spending compared to last month's, so I can clearly see my spending habits. Plus, they'll help me create a custom budget and keep my spending on track.
Rocket Money will even try to negotiate your bills lower for you by up to 20%. All you got to do is submit a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. They'll even deal with customer service for you.
And if you still don't know what Rocket Money is, it is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings.
And guys, obviously this works. They have over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions. That's a lot.
I was actually just checking the app the other night, and it shows me exactly how much I spend on shopping, travel and vacation, dining and drinks, auto and transport, and it breaks everything down so you know exactly where your money's going. It's such a great feature.
I love how they show it too. It's like very user-friendly, and you can like see exactly what you need to see without making it look too complicated too.
It's so nice. Like right now, I can see right here in June, I've spent $110 for shopping.
There you go. So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/unfiltered.
Again, so you don't forget, that's rocketmoney.com/unfiltered.
One more time so you don't forget, rocketmoney.com/unfiltered. Thank you, Rocket Money, for sponsoring today's episode. We love you so much, and thank you for saving my best friend lumps of money. But that weekend, we did extreme go-karting, which I didn't know it was this extreme. Have you ever been like extreme go-karting?
Like the indoor stuff?
No. It's like go-karting, but it goes like, it can go up to like 70 miles an hour.
Shit.
They got
fast.
some really serious ones.
So they had us do that. And, you know, we're all signing up. We're like, oh, this is like regular go-karting. It's going to be fine. And Hidayah couldn't even ride it because she had a scarf on.
They put the balaclava on.
Yeah, exactly.
She couldn't.
They were like, ma'am, you can't wear a scarf, but we have a balaclava, which everybody had to wear, but she didn't want to wear it. And she also just had her put her like press on nails that were this fucking long on. So she couldn't even drive it. So like two things that she couldn't do it. But they were saying that she can't wear the scarf because the scarf could like get caught. And we're all looking at each other like, that's a little weird. Okay, whatever. And then we get in the go-karts and we start driving. It is insane. I thank God Hidayah didn't do it because she would have like crashed.
They go really fast.
How many other was it like full? Like how many people were they like? Oh, on your market, set, go.
It was I think it was like like 30 of us.
So you didn't know anybody else on the? Or the
No,
other
I didn't know anybody.
Oh, okay.
Nina and I didn't know anybody.
How'd you do? Did you drive good?
Yeah, where'd you play, Zane?
I placed 17th place. Out
of how many?
No, it was like out of like 20.
Definitely 20.
You were just
It was like
cruising.
I think it was actually 25 because I remember the list. 17, I was pretty low, but I think it was like 22, 23 people. But I didn't get the hang of it until like the last like 3 laps, right? But it was like 20 laps, and I could not. Every time I turned, I would brake and turn, but everybody was zooming past me. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And then I decided to go fast, and then I just kept spinning. You spin out of control.
Oh,
it's scary.
boy.
And when somebody else hits you, it just does not feel good at all. And I kept spinning out of control. Like I was waving that yellow flag half the time. It was so embarrassing.
He was that kid at the birthday party.
Zooming
They
past
gave you
me.
a flag?
No, so as soon as you crash, they immediately give you like a yellow flag from the sideline, and you have to start waving it because people are going so fast, you don't see them until you hit them.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it was, but and then I realized that when you're turning, you can gas it, and you're not gonna spin out of control. And I didn't realize that until three laps before we finished.
So we need to do a redemption.
Yeah, after we finished that, we get on our flight to go to where is it? Budapest, right? And on the plane, I'm really excited, right? It's an international flight. Warner Brothers could take care of me, so I was in like business class. It was really nice, and I was really excited. I'm sitting there, I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to see this food.
It's Istanbul. Like,
no, it was like,
what airline was it?
It was British Airways.
Okay.
Y'all do not fly British. If you're hungry, do not fly British.
There's some bagels and mash.
Matt, I get served I get this like dish, right? I think it was like some sort of salad or something, or I don't know what it was. It was raw carrots, it was like raw green beans, and it was maggots.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm mad.
Maggots?
Wait until you see. He sent me this picture, and I was like, "You're lying."
Airdrop it.
Wait, real maggots or cuisine mealworms or what?
Matt, I couldn't tell you.
It was like chickpeas. Or
It
what?
was not
No,
chickpeas.
it's mealworms.
But Matt,
maggots.
You have to look at the meal because I was disgusted.
The fact that was served on a plane is absolutely, it's wrong.
Could you not pick the cuisine before you or was this like the opening dish? Like everybody got this salad.
I didn't see anyone around me eating this dish. I think I was the only one that got it for a reason. I think they know.
I was saying the flight attendant was probably like, oh, really? Zoom.
Okay, this is what I ate. Matt, please imagine this came in front of you. Just to give you a vision, this is a bed of raw carrots with raw green beans. It's not cooked. None of this is cooked. And then everything you see in between there are these.
Are those mealworms?
They're meal.
They look like maggots or something.
Wait, that's not like a vegetable, right? That we're like a mushroom that we're confusing. That looks just like mealworms.
I call the flight attendant over and I'm like, "Hey, what are these things in my plate?" She's like this. Oh, those are the. What did I tell you?
She tried telling you that it was like dirty rice.
She said,
something.
"Oh, that's rice," and I'm looking at it again. I'm like, "Are you?" She takes a closer look. She's like, "That's not supposed to look like that. I'll be right back."
Yo, there's like a head to that.
Yeah, 100%. Jordan, can we confirm those are worms?
Looks like a mealworm.
A mealworm.
Yeah, those are mealworms for sure.
Which I've ate.
But I did try it, and if it's obviously it's a cuisine.
You were like, "I'm gonna sue."
I did.
Matt.
Just the whole dish was unsatisfactory.
Yeah.
How are you serving this on a plane?
Did the menu have the picture of the chefs? You go in first class and it's like
The chef
this is this is like Wolfgang Puck and like his gut, and there's like a bug guy there with like the little bug ovens from the 90s. Like
I pictured like fancy British people on this flight. You look over, they're like cutting them in half.
Loving it.
I love a scrumptious mealworm. Nothing like a good mealworm.
I did research though when you sent it to us.
Mm-hmm. What'd you find?
Remember, I sent it back to you. It was a whole article of like mealworm cuisine.
UK
like
is pushing
mealworms.
Pizza,
yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Do they like the taste of it?
It's a cheap source of protein.
Mealworms
calories.
aren't that. It is gross that it's a mealworm, but like they're not that bad. But like, I've ate them for like fun. At like someone buys them as like a gag.
Yeah,
gift.
you get like the chili powder mealworms and
I think you go to a restaurant somewhere and like. I think that's more appropriate than like someone, someone's about to go to the UK for the first time. Woo! I can't wait. They're sitting there. They get the food. That shouldn't be the first thing they see.
But also, if the person next to me got that, I would be.
Yeah, and especially at like 20,000 feet.
I'd have
my
my barf bag. I'd be nauseous.
But then Zane asked for the fresh fruit dessert.
Shit. You gotta be kidding me.
Matt, I'm so sad.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Buongiorno.
Like, where's the other half of that?
I'll do the fruit cup. It's like, that's a half a strawberry, ma'am.
So you get to Istanbul or Budapest?
Budapest, yeah. Beautiful. Have you ever been?
No.
Oh
The
my
pictures
God.
look amazing.
Yeah,
there.
it was really, really beautiful. And the sun setting, like the sky was pink and the buildings are gorgeous. It was truly a sight. I actually never got to see the baths. Remember we were talking about like seeing the baths? We never got a chance to see the baths.
Go to Austin.
Which is crazy. But remember I was saying, did I ever mention on the podcast that it was like we were going for some like spice festival thing?
Yeah.
Okay. It was nothing. Nothing of the sort.
The whole thing was like, he was telling me all about it. He's like, yeah, it's supposed to be a spice fest. It's like music, performance, like this whole
It's gonna be
thing.
a festival. Like I in my head, I was picturing like they have like they rented the grounds for like
A Budapest
this huge
Coachella.
music festival.
Spicechella.
And I was expecting like spice markets everywhere. Just everybody's like buying spices and going to listen to music.
Spice Girls performing.
I expected just like this whole image in my head about of it. And it was just the complete opposite. It was pretty much
just a market.
It's their marketing thing where they just bring people out and they just throw parties for them in different areas of Budapest, in different like bars.
What people?
Like the people of Budapest, like the government.
Oh, okay.
I had no idea. I had no idea they were doing
They're
that.
trying to boost tourism. So
Boost
they're
tourism.
telling
like, any city
they're
or
telling
any
like
country.
influencers, celebrities that there's this like huge spice fest and like you need to come out and travel here for this.
Because when we landed, we got in our taxi or our Uber, and he was telling us all about Budapest. He was like, being the tour guide, like while we were driving, and he knew everything about it. We're like, "Are you? Do you know about the Spice Festival?" He's like, "The what?" We're like, the spice.
Budapest's main attraction.
The Spice
Don't you
Festival.
know?
It's the biggest thing. He's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And he has his friend next to him.
He goes this.
He's like, "Have you heard of Spice Music?" You've never heard of it. And so I pull up the deck. I'm like, "Look." And he looks at it. He goes, "Oh, yes. This is what we do to get you guys to come." He's like, "This is a pitch
Spice
He's
festival.
like, "This is a pitch deck." I was like, "No, I know it's a pitch deck, but there's no Spice Festival." He's like, "No, there's no Spice Festival."
So you were invited by the tourism board to go out and okay.
I didn't get invited. The other people on the trip got invited. I just went
Tagged along,
yeah. And now that I'm seeing it, there's no Spice Festival. It's just called Spice of Europe. I don't know where I got festival from.
I can also picture Zane making shit up.
Heath, everybody was saying Spice Festival. I did not come up with that on my own.
But what is the vibe of like Budapest? Is it so? It's like Eastern Europe, right? Does it feel?
It felt very
like Slovakia. Like my brain for Budapest is very like
Slovakia feels exactly what it sounds like.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know how to explain.
So
it's
kind of
just
like Russian, kind of
Russian.
Like,
I got Russian vibes when I was in Slovakia.
What does Budapest feel
Budapest felt like Italy.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I mean? It was beautiful buildings
What do
everywhere.
they speak in Istanbul?
Hungarian?
Oh, is it Hungarian?
It was people are speaking Hungarian.
Okay. It's just, I always think
but Slovakia is different though. People are like, we are not Hungary.
Okay.
We're Slovakia.
Okay.
They're very
were the people nice? Were they dressed well?
Everybody was so sweet.
Okay.
Everybody's very, very nice.
What a pretty country though.
How were the women, Zane?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a few
spicy
Hungarian
spicy.
There was a few Hungarian models also like there too. Everybody.
Oh, they got trapped in the allure of the fake parade.
The what?
The spice. The spice of Europe.
Oh yeah, everybody was on everybody did not expect this. It was like completely out of.
What a thing though. Like you get everybody there to try to boost tourism with a lie.
But no, but it worked. Like no, everything was beautiful though. Everything was great.
Good.
We just some of us thought there was a festival.
Was it like clubby? Was like bah, bah, bah,
it was some nights it was like clubby. There was some like
clubby,
opera moments. You know, we got to see the opera.
That's cool.
You went and saw an opera.
No. We didn't see an opera. They had something in the opera.
Oh, okay.
Opera's beautiful. Oh my god, it was my first time seeing like an opera room, and it
takes your breath away.
Yeah.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this podcast, ZocDoc.
Are you that one friend in the friend group that loves to treat themselves?
Yup.
Me.
You know, like get a pedicure and opt for the extra 10-minute foot massage with a green tea infused lotion.
Or refuse to make coffee at home because that fancy coffee shop is right next door.
Or opt for the extra legroom seat on a plane because, you know, vacation starts now.
You see, well, if you treat yourself to the top options with everything in life, why settle when finding a doctor? It is your health after all.
Baby. Enter ZocDoc, the place where you can find and book tens of thousands of top-tier doctors, all with verified patient reviews.
Don't settle. Go for the best and find the right doctor for you with ZocDoc. You've got more options than you know.
And it's so easy. Once you find the doc you want, you can book them immediately. No more waiting awkwardly on hold with a receptionist.
And these docs all have verified reviews from actual, real patients. We're talking about booking appointments with tens of thousands of top-rated, patient-reviewed, credible doctors and specialists.
And the cool part is you can filter specifically for the ones who take your insurance, are located near you, and treat basically any condition you're searching for.
And I know y'all wondering right now, how long is this going to take? The typical wait time to see a doctor booked on ZocDoc is between just 24 to 72 hours. That's it. You can even score same-day appointments.
Check it out, baby. Right here on my ZocDoc app, I got 1 out of 5 completed. That means, oh, look at that. My annual physical is due. It tells you exactly what you're lacking on, what you need to get done. And then easy as that right there, boom, book appointment, set it and forget it.
When's the last time you got a physical?
Last visit, June 2023.
I'm very personal. None of my business.
When was your last?
Yeah, I was like, and what did you go in and get checked?
Exactly.
Tell me, what does it say on there, Heath?
June 2023.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you had that.
Come on now.
Guys, again, ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated and network doctors near you and instantly book appointments with them online. So make sure to go to ZocDoc.com/Zane and Heath today.
One more time so you don't forget, that's ZocDoc.com/Zane and Heath.
ZocDoc.com/Zane and Heath and download the ZocDoc app for free, then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Thank you, ZocDoc, for sponsoring today's episode. We love you so much, and thank you for keeping us all healthy, baby. While we were in that cab too, when he was like giving us a little tour of the whole place, the lawns, everyone's lawn in front of their houses were weirdly not mowed. It was just it was like purposely not mowed.
Like natural landscaping.
Yeah, and I asked him, like, it was weird enough where I had to ask him, like, hey, why is everyone's lawns not mowed? And he's like, and I don't know if this is true or not. This is really interesting. He was telling me that the mayor believed that animals like bees also like deserve a place to live. Like animals deserve a place to live also, so they wanted to keep it as as not kept as possible everywhere.
I actually like that.
Which I like, but I don't want to sound stupid. I don't know if he was like being serious or not, but it like made sense. Like when he said that, I was like, oh wow, okay.
Like if you're gonna like build homes on the land, at least let like the animals.
Yeah.
And
so it sounds like they're really environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
Over there too.
Very sensitive about their ecosystem for sure.
Oh, and by the way, I don't want to be talking about any other energy drink, but there's this energy drink out there called Hell, right? It's just called Hell.
Does it
look
look
it up?
does it look devilish?
I don't want to.
The logo is a devil, but that's like the main energy drink out in like
hell.
Bottoms
up and the devil
I
left.
was just about to, bitch.
And that's the jokes we're making out there too. The face of hell. I want you to look at who the face of hell is.
Satan?
Bruce Willis. So you saw his face everywhere on top of hell energy drink. And they don't only make energy drinks. They make they have a whole factory where they make a whole range of different like items of like consumption. That's
the best kind of brand deal where you get in a foreign country, you just show up and be like, boom, here you are, $1 million.
Why is he the face of this drink?
Probably because of I bet action movies
and I also think he's Hungarian, probably.
Bruce Willis?
No.
Maybe by like his deep
23andMe said
heritage.
But it's such a weird thing for him to like want to do.
I do, yeah, but go to Japan and you'll see like Arnold Schwarzenegger selling like sour gummy worms. Like it's
like Japanese sour.
Yeah. I think you see American.
So
it's just foreign countries. They do their target audience research and they figure out who's big. Or
Well, yeah, we thought that was interesting, and then we like, of course, as we're talking about this, like hell's everywhere. We drive past like their factory, and it's massive. It looked like
the hell factory.
Yeah, it looked like the Amazon warehouse. Like it was massive, and it wasn't just one. It was 1, 2, 3. It was like different hell factories.
It tasted good.
I don't think it was anything special, but yeah, Accelerator's better though. Drink Accelerator.
That's right.
As always, we are sponsored by the best energy drink in the entire world, Accelerator, baby.
As you guys know, we are huge fans of Accelerator on this podcast. We drink it every single day before we work out, before we record a podcast, while we're recording a podcast. It is literally our go-to energy drink, and we're having a huge sale for Father's Day right now. Everything on Amazon is going to be 15% off.
So for all you people listening, if y'all got a father, which I'm sure a lot of you do, this is the best time to really take advantage of this moment.
Or take advantage for yourself.
Because I know all your daddies going to like this shit too, baby. 15% off too? Come on.
My daddy loved this shit.
We have a link in our bio right now. It's an Amazon link. Make sure to go. Do not walk there. You run there. Get to the Amazon link. Stock up.
Put your shoes on. Run.
You never know. We might be in an apocalypse soon. You know what I mean? The world might end. And if you're going to stock up on toilet paper, you're going to stock up on eggs, you're going to stock up on canned foods. This is canned food too. This is canned goods.
And you know me, I'm a prepper, so my whole house is stocked up.
Exactly. Whether you're doomsday prepping or you just want to treat your fathers to a special Father's Day gift, Accelerator energy drink is the way to go, baby. 0 sugar. It boosts metabolism, sustains your energy, accelerates metabolism.
Enhanced focus.
And also, they got 2 new flavors, baby. Cherry Ice Pop and Tropical Punch, baby. Go get it.
Thank you, Accelerator. We love you.
We end up going... We were at this mall for a little bit, right? And then, and it was at night, and we leave the mall, and this like homeless lady, or just like this lady that she comes up to us, and she's like speaking in Hungarian, and she's like this, and we're like, oh fuck, who has money? And our friend, all he had was $100 bill, and he gives it to her. He's like, here, and she takes it and walks away, and the kid, some kid comes up to us and goes, you shouldn't have given her that, because he realized what he just gave her. He's like, you shouldn't have given her that. She's just going to throw that away. And we're like, no, she's not. And we see her walk to the bus stop, talk to this girl, grabs a cigarette, and gives the girl $100 for a cigarette.
What?
So the homeless lady gives this girl at the bus stop $100 just to bum a cigarette.
So she just wanted smoke. She didn't want the cash.
All she wanted was a cigarette. And our friend lost $100 just for her to give it to this random lady at the bus stop. The lady took that money. She was like,
oh my gosh.
It was crazy. The kid called it though. Immediately called it before she did anything with it.
Wow.
The kid was just like, you shouldn't have done that. We're like, oh shit, that's crazy.
She probably had no idea how much like $100 in US money was.
It was like
anybody there. It was an American $100 bill.
It was an American $100 bill. Yeah, sorry, I should have specified that.
So she was probably...
It was an American $100 bill.
Oh, because I was like, why wouldn't she just go, I could buy tons of packs of smokes with it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But isn't that crazy? And she probably knew it was money. She
just didn't know.
She just didn't.
How much
whoever gave that
was.
cigarette
I just
away,
don't think she cared enough. She just wanted a cigarette really bad.
Hey, I've been there. Shh. Boy, I'd be picking them out of the trash.
Yeah. And it was like half a cigarette too. It wasn't even a full one. She took it out of her mouth.
Ew. Well, damn.
Yeah.
Someone got lucky with that
Yeah,
$100.
I'm just curious because I know when you were talking about the trip, you were going to be doing all these countries, but then you changed your mind. You were like, I'm just going to go to Florida and see like my family. Were you just having like a lot of fun and were like, oh, I'm going to stay and actually.
Why I went to Jordan and Egypt?
Yeah, because I remember you were going to go back to Florida and not do those.
Yeah, so I was gonna go to Florida with Hidayah to see my mom and dad because my dad lives in Orlando, my mom.
Right.
So I was just gonna kind of do like a bounce around in Florida for the last end of our little vacation, and we're in Budapest. It was our last night, and we were gonna hop on a flight in maybe like 6 hours. Right, it was at night, and we were out just kind of partying with the Budapest people, and I get a call from the travel agent that's been taking care of our friends' travels. She calls me and goes, "Hey, just wanted to let you know that none of your flight, hotels, activities for Jordan Egypt have been canceled yet. Like you're still
on track to.
You're still on track to go, right?" And I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm going to Florida. I thought I canceled it." She's like, "It was never canceled, and it's non-refundable too."
Uh-oh.
So what are you going to do? I was like, oh my God. Like I like at this point, like I really didn't want to go. I just wanted to see my family. And she told me how much I was losing. And I was like, oh my God.
Double digits?
Because I already booked my flights. I already
$20.
And I already booked my
So I mean like double like must be nice.
Sorry, it's hard to think.
My skin cancer.
Oh no, you double booked.
Ooh.
Enough.
I'm sorry.
That's so funny.
Oh, you had to cancel your trip? Well, I can't stop.
I can't stop. So wait, so you decide?
So Hidayah is fast asleep, right? She's getting her rest for her flight
Anticipating to go to Florida.
Anticipating to go to Florida. And I find this out at like 2:30 in the morning. And I asked her, like, when is this flight for Jordan? She's like, it's in 4 hours. It's in 3 hours.
And you're already mentally prepared. I'm going to Florida.
Yeah, like I didn't pack enough.
That's hard, yeah.
I didn't pack for Jordan. I didn't pack for I just was not expecting this. And the worst part was now I have to wake up Hidayah and tell her that I'm not going to Florida with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to change her plans.
Right.
So I go to the room and I wake her up and she's like, what? Woken her out of her deep slumber. And I'm like, Hidayah, listen to me. Some things have changed. And I have to go to Jordan and Egypt. She's like, when? I was like, in an hour and a half. We have to pack right now. If you want to come, we have to pack right now and go. And she's like, I'm going. I'll go.
Oh, good.
And immediately she gets up and starts packing.
She's a
true
one.
ride or die right there.
Yeah, she's a good spontaneous type
and
of person.
And immediately we pack up in like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and we get out and go straight to the airport and get on our flight to Jordan.
Was it worth it? Are you happy you stayed and finished the trip out there, or?
It was nice. It was definitely like it was worth it, and I'll get into all that. But it just like it just stunk.
Yeah,
just not like mentally preparing.
Yeah,
for
it's a whole
something.
different shift. To what you expected.
And it's a different world too.
So you land in Jordan. Is it hot? Is it a metropolis?
Oh my!
What's the vibe?
I was so excited landing in Jordan because this is my world. This is
the land of your people.
The land of my people.
Is this
was
close
so
to Lebanon?
excited. This is
Glendale.
This is Jordan close to Lebanon? Yes, a little bit. Yeah, it's close. It's close to Lebanon. We land immediately. I feel the vibes. I see my name everywhere. Like Zane is like this big brand out there. It's spelled Zain, but still, like I saw that, I was just like, ooh, this is it. I see Arabs everywhere, or Jordanians everywhere, and I see people drinking tea already. I'm like, this is exciting. I'm gonna eat all the best food. I'm gonna drink all the Arabic tea I want. I can't wait. But we were only in Jordan for a day, right? We were stopping in Jordan for a day and then going to Egypt.
Did you see Petra?
What is Petra?
Yes, this is the secret temple.
It's like
of Petra.
carved into like this mountainside. It's also like in Indiana Jones.
Why have I never
2.
heard of this?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like I think it's Indiana Jones 2, The Lost
They
Crusade.
filmed that here?
Yeah, the outside of it, yes, they filmed. Yeah, they filmed a lot of it right there.
Shit,
That's where they like Indiana Jones discovers something. It's a pretty
that's
iconic
crazy
spot.
looking.
In person, guys, this was insane. I was not expecting because we had to walk a far way through all the rocks. We were seeing like all these like carved out tombs that you're not allowed to go in. This is just like all from like centuries ago. And
look how
we were
tiny
expecting
everybody
this to be very small. Like we just didn't know what we were walking into. And as soon as we saw it, we could not believe how big it was. And it's crazy that like they just found this. One day they're just exploring. Imagine just exploring and just finding that.
It's like what
that
all
temple.
movie sets are inspired by, and then that's it. Like
That's really
IRL. Like,
Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful. And right there, it's hidden. Like behind the rock, there's the store where you can like buy like snacks. You could buy tea, buy like Turkish coffee,
Right.
Buy just like souvenirs and shit. So that was like all really cool. And when we got there, we were like the only ones there.
Damn, that's sick.
And usually, like they say, like tourism, usually thousands of people are there.
That's what I've seen in pictures. Is
Yeah.
like it's packed.
And so when we got there, we were the only ones there. And then throughout the day, because we were there for a while, throughout the day, more and more people started showing up, and it ended up being like a few
Right.
hundred there. But yeah, that was really beautiful.
Is it something you can go in, or you kind of just look at it from the outside?
No, you can only. They won't let you go inside
What's in
because
there?
because it's like they're tombs.
Yeah, and I bet
It's
like
like very-
it's probably not the most sturdy thing on the inside. Like it's built
Yeah,
into
but-
a cave from a long time ago. I don't
yeah,
know.
Or they're hiding something in it that you can't see.
No, I don't think they're hiding anything. I think honestly, it's more like safety and also respect. Like they're big on respect. Like don't enter the tombs.
It's all about the respect.
Yeah.
Was it? Did you pay a ticket to enter that area? Like, is there like
Yes,
a
yeah, you paid.
turnstile built
You
into
paid. You paid like there was like a gate all the way in the front where you pass through.
Okay.
And then you go on a dirt road and then you hit the rocks and then you start walking
That's
through
cool.
the rocks.
Wow. How
So you're
far
walking
out
through the
of
whole
the
thing.
city is it?
It's not far.
Oh wow.
It's like 30 minutes out of the city.
That's dope.
But that's pretty much all we did in Jordan. Really, really sick, really cool experience. And then and the cats there. I wanted to take a cat home so bad. It wasn't like Dean. It was so sweet.
It wasn't like Dean. It was.
It wasn't like
sweet.
it was sweet. They would come up to you.
Just
they
a
would-
lot of stray
they would
cats?
Cuddle. Yeah, they all
so
looked just like that.
Like Mykonos. Mykonos had stray cats
Yes.
everywhere.
It was just like that, and they were so sweet. They would
Really?
cuddle with you. They would talk to you.
Damn. Even the cats there are trying to get.
A cigarette.
A little
Damn.
catnip tip.
Yeah. And they're also like starving. I feel like they're like probably starving and thirsty. So that, but they do feed them a lot. They feed them a lot of the food that like from the restaurants and shit. And we get on our flight. We hit Egypt and we land. And the first thing that happens is that we get stopped by TSA because our camera guy Ferris, he has a drone in his bag, and drones are a big no-no
really?
in Egypt. Anywhere in like pretty much any Middle Eastern country,
Wow.
most of them like no drones. You cannot have a drone.
Interesting.
Not even have it.
If you have it, it's still like what the hell are you doing with a drone here? I think they had to like prove that we were filming like a documentary,
Right.
all that. But yeah, it's a big because
So real quick, when you're flying into Egypt, did you see the pyramids from the plane?
no, I didn't.
Okay.
I think I don't think I was on the right side.
Got it.
But my side,
That's
it was
good, though.
It
It's
was
good
pretty
that
much
you-
all, yeah.
It's good it didn't ruin the surprise.
Yeah. So we land and we like go see the pyramids. Pearson meets up with us in Egypt, and these pyramids so much bigger in person.
yeah.
They are?
Matt, it's wild.
It's crazy. It like does not make sense, right? And we're the tour guide, and he was talking to us about the pyramids. And after we saw it, after you're like up close to it, you're touching it, you see it. We also go like in the tomb we go inside of like the main one, the biggest one. And it's so funny because I was not expecting it to be. It was underwhelming because you you would think it would look like what you see in the movies.
Zane thought it was going to be a mall inside.
No, not a mall. I expected.
I thought it was gonna be like Super Mario.
I thought it was gonna be like gold with hieroglyphics, like you know, like the statues all standing side by side, like all. But it wasn't anything like that.
It's a really narrow like crawl space to get into it, and then it opens up in the Great Pyramid. There's like one room. With
one little room, in the end. So you're walking all the way down. You get to the main part, and it's like just one little room, no bigger than this room, and that's it. And there's no writing on the wall or anything. That's it. And then you just go back up.
The cool tombs are the ones that are in like the Valley of the Kings, where you walk in, and it still has the original paint on the ceilings, the walls, with like
you weren't seeing any of that in the pyramids.
Look up Valley of the Kings.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I was expecting.
You would have loved this. Like this.
This is what I was expecting in the
and this is
pyramids.
all original. Like that's insane.
Like Crash Bandicoot, you know what I'm saying? You know in Crash Bandicoot you see this shit? That's what I thought we were going to see.
Like imagine that's what you thought in the pyramid.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought we were going to walk into. But we were looking up what the pyramids looked like before, and like when they were built, they were like perfectly like
smooth.
Smooth. And after we saw it, we were talking to our tour guide, we're like, it just doesn't make sense that humans like built this. Like please like what
do the locals think?
And the locals also don't believe that they built it either.
Whoa.
Like the tour guide was like, I don't think humans built that. It's like there's no way. Like, guys, if you've never been to the pyramids, go look at it does not make sense.
With no equipment that we have
they had this pulley system, and they had to all the equipment and like those rock.
They're so perfectly cut, but the stone that it's from is somewhere from like hundreds of miles away.
But yeah, they had to cross the Nile River with the
up river from the quarry.
There's no
where
way.
The rocks were mined from.
They were giants. They weren't like us.
It like doesn't make sense.
And I think there's 1 million stones for the Great Pyramid. They weigh like 5 to 10 tons.
I want Mythbusters to build a pyramid with no equipment.
I think there's a lot of videos of
people try to do things and like they put it on like the rolly thing or whatever. No.
The first layer, you could do the first layer.
I say this because it is just insane. Like this,
a true marvel to look at. Yeah,
it's truly a wonder of the world.
It's just crazy.
They're mapping out how they did it, but they never show how they got the one on top.
Let's see. I want to see videos.
They only show the first 2 tiers.
I want proof.
Interesting.
But seeing all 3 pyramids out there, it looked like a green screen.
Whoa,
it was insane.
Did you got to see it at night where they like light it up and it looks like it's the most beautiful thing.
And then we saw the Sphinx. You would think the Sphinx was so much bigger.
Is it small?
It's tiny. I was shocked
at
how
the pyramid. It's tiny.
Yeah, but still, like I wasn't expecting it that small. Like I don't know.
Like what do you compare it?
I don't know where I've seen the Sphinx. Also,
like in
I
Vegas,
didn't realize
outside the Luxor.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it's.
And it was actually much more run down than I thought it was going to be. It was like really.
They think that the Sphinx was like vandalized and like defaced and were like they tried.
That's what Nas says in that one song. You know I know I can't be where I want to be. It's like I don't know. There's some line about how they like destroyed the noses of the Sphinx or whatever because they thought there's like some. Yeah, I should be talking about if I knew more about it. But
before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, Shopify.
Ooh, you hear that, Heath? Mm-hmm. You should know what that means already. That's the best kind of notification.
That's right, baby. That's the sound of another sale on Shopify. And the moment another business's dream becomes reality.
Mm-hmm. And how do they make it become a reality, baby? Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide. Revolutionize. Y'all know revolutionize.
You know, when you're revolutionizing, selling coffee, tea, t-shirts, whatever it is, Shopify simplifies selling online and in person so you can focus on successfully growing your business.
And Shopify covers every sales channel from an in-person POS system to an all-in-one e-commerce platform. It even lets you sell across social media marketplaces like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. I know y'all know know that.
And Shopify is packed with industry-leading tools ready to ignite your growth. It gives you complete control over your business and your brand without having to learn any new skills, design, or code.
And thanks to their 24/7 help and an extensive business course library, Shopify is there to support your success every step of the way.
That's right. Zane and I have been using Shopify for the last probably 7 years at least.
Yeah.
So everything we sell, like our coffee company, Cremota, we sell all of our coffee through Shopify.
Any merch that we put out,
it's
always
so
use Shopify.
easy. It does the heavy lifting and all the number crunching and all the back end stuff that nobody wants to think about. It does it all for you.
It makes you think that like you know all the back end. When you're looking through, you're like, "Oh, I'm a businessman," but it's really doing all the work for you and it's simplifying it. So the only thing you need to worry about are like the important.
Just worry about your product, baby.
Look, Heath and I have been doing it for 7 years. Now it's your turn to get serious about selling and try Shopify today.
That's right. So if you're ready to sign up and get a $1 per month trial, all you have to do is go to shopify.com/unfiltered, all lowercase.
Again, you're going to go to shopify.com/unfiltered to take your business to the next level today.
One more time so you don't forget, shopify.com/unfiltered.
Thank you, Shopify, for sponsoring today's episode and helping us grow our businesses.
The obelisk is one piece of stone. To erect that doesn't make sense.
That's so funny you said erect because the whole time
What?
the tour guide
He kept saying erect?
erection. He's like, and the erection of the and I mean, no one was laughing except for fucking David and Pearson, but he just kept saying it. He was saying this word more than any other word.
Erection.
Any other word. He just every form of the word erection, just erected, erecting, erection. And we were just, and it was and so as soon as you said that, I was like, Heath,
I brought you back?
I've never heard you use a word.
The largest known...
Pyramid.
Enough.
Hard, strong.
The largest Egyptian obelisk is estimated to be 42 meters tall if it had been completed. Okay, so that was the one that didn't finish.
By the Giants?
Giants, yeah. Definitely.
So that biggest obelisk, listen, is 1,200 tons, okay?
Okay.
1,200 tons, one piece of rock,
Wow.
which comes out to
How do they
2,645,547 pounds.
Okay.
You chisel that, one piece of rock, and then you erect it.
Do they bury it also into the ground? How is that stabilized?
How do you get that to stand up?
Well,
And
I think
stay
I do
there.
know the answer.
2 million pounds.
Yeah, you have 2 million slaves that did it.
2 million?
Well, I mean, it was the yeah, there were tons of slaves back then. But I don't think the pyramids, I don't know. That's the only way I can make sense of it, unless it was aliens.
What was interesting about the location of this was, you know how when you go to the Natural History Museum, usually they're really like picky about like don't be too close to it. Like there's all these rules, right? That's what I was expecting going by the pyramids.
Is there a fence?
And they were like,
Can
oh, you
you
want to
touch
climb? You want to climb the pyramids? You can go climb the pyramids.
People are climbing the sides of it.
You could do whatever you want. They just suggest you not to do it because people have died before, like climbing the pyramids. They just fall and then and then die. But there's no sense of like security anywhere. You just kind of like.
Are there all the guys with like the camels and they're like, camel ride?
Yeah. And everybody there is trying to all around the pyramid. There's hundreds of people trying to sell you the same piece of souvenirs.
Oh my god! Okay, did they have? Okay, the biggest thing that I saw there were these. It was like a picture, like these coasters, right? And you know, like David's bar that he has that has the light shining through it. You know, when you like chisel that rock super thin, it's see through.
Yeah.
They have these bowls there that are just like that. I don't remember what the type of rock is, but they put this one guy sitting out front, right? And he's sitting there and he's like scraping away at it, acting like he's making one, okay? And then they're around you telling you, yeah, this guy, it takes this long to do it, blah, 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 the whole process of making these bowls. And we're like, wow, man, it takes this guy a month to be able to carve this and have the light shine through it to not be thin enough to break, but not be too thick to where it doesn't go through. And they are telling you all about this, and you're like, man, I really should buy one of these. Bro, I bought one. Come to find out, that shit is mass produced, not by these people. And they have the guy sitting out there just scratching it to make it look like he's doing it for the selling point of these bowls.
Oh, God. Did Zane buy one?
Zane, you did not buy one. I bought one. It broke in my bag on the way home.
How much was it?
A lot.
How many times did you see this?
Let me see. What did you get?
Yes. How many times did you see that? This shit.
For the people
this
listening.
shit was everywhere.
Oh, just in Egypt, just the pharaoh or was it the
King Tutankhamun?
I bought this from like the first souvenir store. Like, oh my God, this is like awesome. Let me get it. And I come to find out, I'm not gonna lie, 200 more of these in all different shapes and sizes that all said Egypt.
I gotta get this now while I can.
Yeah.
What else did you get?
I got where is it? Oh, I got sand from Petra from right outside
cool. This I respect.
So like
No, this was really cool.
Sand from Shanghai. They just sell it out there going, oh yeah, this is Petra's.
No, it was really
I respect
cool.
that when you can take the sand and you make like the drawings out of
That
it.
is cool.
Yeah,
People that do that are really talented. This is sick.
I also
I tossed it to you and shake it up.
I also got this. So this is an authentic. Matt,
I noticed it the moment we were recording. I'm like, ooh, Zane's been a
Me
fraud.
too.
Like,
Me too.
he's got this bracelet on. Like,
guys, no,
Perfectly centered.
this bracelet was so cool, right? So we went to like an authentic like Egyptian.
Authentic.
It
That's
was-
what
no,
I thought too.
No, this was like all set up by the tour guide. Like he stop.
the tour guide is like getting paid. Like,
Got that commission.
This is made out of real silver.
okay. What is it of?
This
for the people listening.
So I got a bracelet made, and it's my name spelled on hieroglyphics.
You should get a tattoo.
Oh, I think we need to do a check on that.
No, but I saw them make
Hold
it.
on, Matt. Beetle, knife, wiggle.
Guys,
I think it's wingdings.
I saw them make it. No,
wingdings.
guys, I saw them make it. No, this is
Webding.
like truly like this is like the real
It says
thing.
Zane.
The guy working there goes to
I was
the.
Googling it like undergoing.
But these are the real signs. That looks like a fake sign.
Many blessings.
Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed this bracelet.
Because you each got one. I have one for
How much
each of
was
you.
it? How
I
much?
got you each.
Did you really?
Oh wait, that's really cool. Wait,
Did you really?
Fuck you.
wait.
Fuck all of you.
I want to see what my
Fuck
name
all of
is.
you.
Say next
Jordan.
week it's like green.
Oh,
Wait, no, this is really cool.
Zane, thank you. Oh, I want to smell it.
me see.
Heath is mine. Heath is,
Oh my gosh,
Heath is
smell
my
it.
name.
Smell it.
This was made out of real silver. It was
Wait,
expensive.
this is actually so thoughtful.
You got mine in my kind of color because you know I don't like
Yeah.
black. You curse. Like, it's like the hot chick. Like, it's like Freaky Friday. We're just like.
This is actually
God, in my head, I was like, they're gonna love this.
no. This is actually. It was just funny that we were
Oh
joking
no,
about
that's
it.
not yours. That's Heath's.
Definitely.
That's Heath's.
Let me see.
He has a lot of letters though.
This is cool. No, I love it. I do.
Wait, Matt gets a cool brown one.
That's Heath's, and that's
knows my
mine.
style.
Here, Matt. Let me see.
That's
So
it.
if you see the beetle, that's a scarab or that's for good luck.
Thanks. Well, I'm gonna need it for my back. It was for good health.
Maybe I should have
You
given
should
it
have
to you
given it to
before
2
the
hours
appointment.
ago. Yeah, 2
I
hours.
put it on and it just heals. Like, I go back in. They go, it's gone. Did you do anything differently?
Those beetles start running through your skin.
Like the mummy returns.
It's curing you, and you're cured.
They're eating
The cancer is just escaping.
Oh shit.
Wait, I love that
They
I
are
got all
cool.
silver.
Screw you.
No, seriously.
Screw all of you.
Oh, this is nice. No, Zane.
Do you like
we
it?
were doing bits.
I love this one.
We
Yeah.
were doing bits. This is nice. This is nice.
I was trying so hard to be like it.
Matt started laughing before you explained yourself. Matt's like, nice bracelet.
Guys, look. His hand turns green. I'm like, fuck it, Jordan, bring it up.
Should we have a contest to see who wears it on the longest?
Well, you know I like jewelry, so.
That's something you say to somebody that like you don't like the. Oh, because you know I like jewelry.
You guys are nasty. You guys are nasty.
It just worked out perfectly that we were already like nice bracelet.
I'm never doing anything nice for you guys again.
No, I
Don't
love
ever,
this.
don't ever tell me I've never done nothing.
It starts like glowing in the middle of the night, or it's like Jumanji,
It's
like
shaking.
Every time you take it off, it like appears where you are. You're like driving. It's in your passenger seat.
just curse like. You start having withdrawals when it's like, take it off. Babe, turn back.
Take
I
it
forgot
off.
my
Take it.
bracelet.
Matt, you have to take it off. Take it off.
I forgot my bracelet back at home. Take me back. I need it. Who was that? Who? Sorry, I just.
Oh my
That is so. Well, thank you, Zane.
Thank you.
That's really nice. Thank
Seriously,
you.
seriously, thank you. That's so cool. It's cooler that like this came from
Yeah.
Egypt,
Why does it say made in Bangladesh?
So I mean, while
made in China.
while we're talking
Bangladesh.
about this, you're gonna see a video of it being made.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
That people get to
All right,
watch.
well, send it to me because you forget.
So this was at like a shop by the.
So we went to like a jeweler.
Yeah.
Like, so we went downstairs and it looked like just like a jewelry store, right?
Right.
And then we went across the street to where they like actually make
Okay.
they make necklaces, they make bracelets,
Got it.
and you see them make the whole thing
That's cool.
You put
in their
mine
like
on.
little shop.
Like a little 10-year-old.
I'm just like if I was in your guys' position, I'd be like, oh.
Thank you.
This is cool. I'm so happy. It's like this color too.
I know. I figured you'd want the brown one.
That whole time I was picturing like the scammer that I saw and this guy just making up letters and just like random.
Yeah, that
like,
wasn't the best time for me to give you this gift as we're
So
talking about the
funny.
scam. All the scammers.
No, that was the best time. That's what makes us unfiltered.
That was perfect. But what was your actual like all-time favorite moment of the trip? Like favorite place? Like, was it Egypt?
Like Jordan and Egypt were really nice. I probably wouldn't go back, but I'm really glad that I got to go.
Yeah.
And the main reason why I'm saying I probably wouldn't go back because I decided to drink. Well, I made sure to drink out of water bottles the whole time. When you're in other countries, it's best to drink from water bottles. But like I wasn't realizing that all their tea, their coffee, their ice cubes, their soups. I loved their like. A lot of the soups that they made, all that's made out of just their water, and I just forgot about that. So I was indulging in a lot of that, lot throughout the time we were there. And when we flew to New York from Egypt, I got so sick and had insane, like hot diarrhea. Matt, for 2 days, it was constant. It wasn't stopping, and I was blowing up Hidaya's bath. They only have one bathroom. They share a bathroom. Hidaya and Bree in one little apartment, and you can hear everything from like the bathroom. It was like the center.
Trying to play TikTok.
It was. No, Matt, I was turning on the faucet so they didn't hear it, but you could still hear it. And it was throughout the night too. So I'd be in there, I'd turn on the faucet, and I'd hear Bree from Hidaya's or from her room
You stayed at their place?
for a couple days.
Okay.
And you hear Hidaya's roommate go, "Everything good in there?"
No. Or it's the worst is when you hear like little giggles outside. Because in your head, you're like, I wonder if they just heard that and you hear it. Oh, we got to talk about when we met up in New York and talk about the premiere.
Yes.
Yeah, so we are meeting up with Zane because we're going to go to the House of the Dragon season 2 premiere. So we both got there a couple days early, and we met up with Zane, and we go to Brooklyn, and we're just like kind of like driving around, hanging out, kind of like sightseeing, and we decided to go to Coney Island. Do you know what Coney Island is?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Okay,
what it is.
so I went there a while ago with Mariah and her mom, but it was like on off season, so the whole amusement park was like closed and blocked off, so you could like see it, but you didn't really know exactly. It is literally a massive amusement park on the boardwalk.
Right.
It's the coolest thing in the world.
I was not expecting that to be Cody Park.
Coney
Island.
Cody Park.
Cody Park. What I kept calling it, Cooney Park.
Yeah.
Coney
Island.
Coney Island. And this entire theme park is, I thought it was going to be all gated off. You know, when you go to a theme park, it's like pretty much gated off. You have to like
pay an entry fee.
Entry is it like Santa Monica Pier where you just walk on
you just walk right
massive.
on? Yeah, it's huge.
So they had like a lot of rides. Like we walked around. They have like Nathan's hot dogs there. Like a lot of like really cool stuff. So we just kind of like explored. They did rides, and Zane and I didn't ride anything because
we don't trust any. I don't trust those rides.
I
love rides, but I just can't. I can't. When I hear the screws like jingling,
and then you like look at the workers, and you're like,
the carnies.
I don't think I need it right now.
Like I know this shit has not been inspected in at least 4 years. I'm good.
But yes, we like hung out there for the day. It was really sick. And then afterwards, we went to Mariah's grandfather's house that he built.
Wow. Oh, wait. I saw this on your Instagram
Way back in the day. And that's where her mom lived and grew up in this house.
Is it in Brooklyn?
In Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's in Brooklyn.
What neighborhood?
It's in Gravesend.
Gravesend.
Important.
Very.
We're looking
Very.
at it and we're
Thank
like,
you,
okay,
Mariah.
cool. And she was like, I want to get out and see it.
Anytime I'm in Brooklyn, I try to visit my parents' old neighborhoods and just like walk the streets that they walk. I just like anything with family history. So we were at Coney Island, which is by where my mom used to live. It's not too far. So I was like, let me drive by the house. I like to drive by the house. I've done it plenty of times, but I just like to do it every time I'm there. My grandfather built that house. I never got to meet him. I drive by, I take a picture, I send it to my parents. It's just like a fun thing to do. So like any other time I drive by and I'm with them. So I'm like, it'd be fun if like they like that stuff too. And it'd just be fun. So I drove by and the woman is out front who lives there.
Like nobody was outside of their house.
On the porch.
And I know that the people that live there are the original people that bought it from my mom's family in the 80s.
Wow.
So he built it in the 60s. They sold it in the 80s. They're still living there. So I know that they know my family.
Yeah.
So we're in the car and I'm like, I want to go out and like take a picture. And they're making jokes like, get off my lawn. I'm like, no. This is Brooklyn. Like I said, I guarantee they're going to invite me in for coffee if they see me taking a picture of the house. Lo and behold,
no way.
I go up and she's standing on the porch doing her flowers. So I said, excuse me, like, do you mind if I take a picture of this house? And she looks up and she goes, Tina's daughter.
Whoa.
And I was like, yes. I look back at them. I'm like, bingo.
Go.
Yeah. So like no hesitation. She's like, come in. And I'm like having heart palpitations.
She having a heart palpitation.
I've always tried to use that word and it never works.
It's a tough word.
Yeah. So she invites us in and they're like, you go. I'm like, no, I kind of want to enjoy this with somebody else. It's a dream to walk into like where my mom told me that the layout is the same. And I see videos and pictures because they have videos and pictures when they were younger. I see my mom running around the yard as a kid and like being inside the house. So like I have this vision of it and it's right in front of me. I'm going to take the offer up.
Yes, absolutely.
So she knew who my mom was. She knew who I was. She invited us in.
Did she look at y'all and go, but not them?
Well,
but who's the posse?
Yeah, who's this?
Actually, yeah, she was. I introduced them.
You looked
whatever.
harmless.
We're going through the house, and she's just like I am one of the family. She's going through. She's introducing us to every family member. Every time it was like a movie set. We walked in. Every room was spotless. Bed was made. The kids were sitting on the bed with their friends, having a sleepover. It was like it was set up.
Oh, it was
and
crazy.
You wouldn't have expected this house to be so big, by the way. So from looking from the outside, you're like, oh, this house is probably, like a
It's like a square kind of
15,
looking brick house,
maybe
but it's
maybe
deep.
1,200 square feet. Like it didn't look that big. It looked like a good
Right.
1 bedroom, 2 bedroom apartment. That's it. Looking from the outside.
So what's popular like in Staten Island and Brooklyn, like that area, is you own like this big house, but each floor is its own, almost like big apartment. So like the basement, everyone's basements are finished and they're apartments. They have kitchens, bathroom, bedrooms. Main floor is like the big family, then the attic. So like, for example, when we lived on Staten Island, my grandmother lived in what would be like the attic. It'd be like the 3rd floor, but it was her own apartment, own entrance.
Okay, right.
So like my brother right now on Staten Island, he lives in someone's basement, but he has his own entrance and it's a whole apartment.
Oh,
So
right.
it's like a whole home,
So
like
it's
kitchen.
they're multi-family homes.
Yes.
Because out here people turn their garages into like ADUs, similar, but it's one big house. Anyway, so we're walking through. She's introducing us to all the family members. She goes, her grandfather built this house. And the kids are like, oh, cool. We walk into the son's room and she goes, this is Mariah. I know her mom, Tina. We bought the house from them this many years ago. And the son is like, oh, that's cool. And he looks over and he goes, Zane? And then he walks through and she goes, oh, you know each other. And he's like, what's up, man? And then he goes to Heath. He goes, Heath? He goes, what are you guys doing?
What are you guys doing in my house?
Could you imagine being in his shoes and like they're standing in your hallway and he like
He was
knows
just chilling
who they
on his
are?
bed and he just looked, Zane?
Yeah, it was hysterical. And the mom was so confused. She was like, how do you know
She's
these
like, do you guys
people?
go to school together? And he was like, no, it's a
He
long
was trying to
story.
explain to her. It was so funny. He was just like, oh, but he was so like cool about it.
Yeah,
It was so
but he was
casual.
like also confused. Like, what the hell are we doing? Like in front of his
Right,
bedroom.
it probably felt like a fever dream.
Yeah, like,
it
am
was
I
probably,
getting
there's no
punked?
way.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
And then I'm looking in his bedroom at his wall, and it looked like he had David's old like.
Did you know the
wallpaper.
geometric, like the black
geometric.
thing?
Yeah.
And I pointed at it. I'm like, oh, what?
You said like David had.
Oh,
that
you
wall.
look. Your bedroom looks like David's. He's like, oh yeah, his wallpaper's inspired by his.
That's why he did it.
Oh, wow.
It was
so
crazy.
Yeah. So we're going through the rest of the house. We meet the grandmother who was the one who actually bought the house. So she's like, do you want some coffee? Like, what do you guys need? They were bringing us to the backyard. And they have a whole garden in the backyard. And at the same time, she's telling me, this was your mom's room. This was your, and I was just like, and she said, but when we bought it, your mom's room was hot pink. And I knew that because I saw pictures of my mom in her pink room. Like,
Has your mom been back into this house since she moved out of it?
recently.
Okay.
Yes. She also let my mom in because they're in touch. They know each other, but I've never met her before.
Got it.
So she let my mom in for the first time in like a few months ago. That was her first time in there since. And it's updated, like the kitchens are new, but she showed me everything that was original. The layout hasn't been touched. She was like, we've never knocked a wall down. Everything's original. So I felt good about that. The floor in the basement was original.
Yeah.
So I immediately like touched it like a freaking weirdo. But they were
Absolutely.
loving it. They were eating it up as much as I was. And then one of the kitchens, the cabinets, she was like, your grandfather, these cabinets are so sturdy and well built, and she was just like, open these cabinets. She was showing me, she loved it. And they brought us
their
outside.
backyard garden was insane.
They had
Matt.
every
They had
fruit and
every
vegetable
fruit
you
and
could
vegetable.
imagine. We tried a cherry from a cherry tree.
Oh, I saw the picture of that.
They had
Yeah.
two different kind of cherry trees, 3 different fig trees, a full tomato garden that was like the whole length of it. There
Tomatoes,
was
yeah.
basil, everything
And she
you
let
could
us.
imagine.
I felt like we went to a farmer's market. She sent us home with all these herbs.
And
and
Matt, where the
tomatoes.
garden is, it used to be a pool, and he was the only. Her grandfather was the only one that had a pool in like the whole neighborhood. But he got rid of it because the kids kept jumping over the fence and using it while he was gone.
Yeah.
So they got rid of the pool,
they
which is
filled the
crazy.
pool in.
Filled the pool in.
Whoa.
So it was really cool, and they like didn't want us to leave, and they were just like, "Come next time, like come and stay for dinner and coffee."
Oh,
And it's just
absolutely.
like it just felt like
It was meant
I
to
never
be.
lived there. I have no memories there, but I felt so like I was crying. I was like,
Do you think if she wasn't outside on the front porch, would you have gone up to
No.
knock?
No.
It was
No.
just a perfect
It was
sign. You
perfect
were there at the
timing,
right
yeah.
place, the right time.
yeah,
It
I
is-
definitely wouldn't have.
It is crazy, like the hospitality there.
Yeah, it's like
that would
untouched.
that would never happen like in Florida or like you know what I mean? Like
Everybody's they're welcoming. It's like, I mean, at least the people we know, they're very, like, my mom is still like that. She will let in a stranger no matter what
No, we know.
circumstance. Yeah, we know.
We know.
She, like, that's just how they were raised. Like, people of that generation, it's like doors
community.
open, come on in. Yeah, it's community. It's
they're
like,
such hard asses though. Like when you like the way they talk and everything.
so it's just fun to, like, retrace their steps. I just, like, I wasn't even
and then
born
we went
in
to
it.
the first date spot.
Yeah, we were driving by, and she's like, "Oh, exactly a year ago today, this was their first date." I'm like, "Whoa!"
Everything was so coincidental.
Exactly.
My
to the
mom
day.
was like, "What are the odds?" In June 1st of 1991.
It was crazy.
Was the
Mad
day we were
cool.
there. We went to they were set up on a blind date, and that was the restaurant we
It
did
was
the
just
whole
like
thing.
in the
love
moment
that.
where I was just like, "Oh, exactly a year from today." We're like,
and now.
Whoa.
so crazy.
Yeah.
so crazy.
So it's just really cool. We had a really fun.
And then
I'm
we-
glad,
and then we
I'm
had,
glad I
uh,
experienced it like with other people. It's just like I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we had
Yeah,
some
that was
banging
really cool.
pizza afterwards.
I took them to. Have you ever had L&B? Have you been to Brooklyn?
Not to
The
Graves
best
End
pizza.
or
Well, L&B is
They have like two
my
locations.
favorite
3.
pizza spot. I think 2 locations.
Unbelievable. But we go to order the pizza.
Oh yeah, I got recognized, Matt.
We-
It was
at
nice.
the pizza place, and they get like a picture.
Oh yeah, no, just wait.
We
It was
walk up
poppin'.
to like the window to like order it, and it's kind of got like a slanted glass, and you got to kind of like look underneath and
Yeah.
to order whatever. So we walk up and we start ordering, and the guy is looking at Zane. He goes, "Come here,
Let me see your face.
let me see your face." And Zane like dips under. He's like,
I know your face because I know your face. I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like,
Aren't you retarded?"
he's like, "Aren't you retarded?"
Wait, what?
And I was taken back.
And then I started ordering, and I guess they're known for like their square pie. And I ordered round.
Sicilian.
And he goes, you don't want the square? I was like, I just didn't know if I'm going to like it. He goes, what are you, slow? I was like, oh my gosh. But sweetest dude in the world.
But he ended up giving us free square pizza.
Hell yeah.
It was really nice.
It was a vibe. That was a
LB.
great
It
night.
L&B,
Yeah,
it was
L&B.
It was
poppin'.
popping off.
L&B,
Popping
yeah.
off.
L
and B.
Oh, and,
Yeah.
okay.
And.
So
really
good.
good pizza.
But you get the Sicilian. I love both pies, and then the ice cream. So everything is just so good. So good.
Yeah, New York was a vibe.
Yeah, that was a fun
Oh my
night.
God. And then the freaking premiere, man.
Oh my god! And then we went to the House of the Dragon premiere. Matt,
They were all there.
everybody.
Did you talk to any of them?
Okay, so Heath and I
Just you wait.
So Heath and I we get to our hotel because I booked us a hotel for just like a few nights, and I booked the hotel and like not really knowing where, like I knew it was like around Madison Square Garden, so I just like booked the hotel. And when I got there, I was like, oh, let me see where the premiere is. I checked the address premiere, and it's literally the same building as our hotel, and had no idea. So all we had to do was just like go downstairs, walk right across, and we were there. So it was awesome.
So easy.
So Heath and I, we get dressed up, we get there, and immediately, I don't know, I just started sweating. I felt like I was getting
He was
hives.
freaking out.
It was just a mixture of like us feeling like we were not supposed to be there, but also just like
Seeing them in the flesh.
just seeing them in the flesh. Like I felt like a Swiftie, like I was like just, this was like the first time where I like get to see like my idols
Yeah.
pretty much. And so we get there, we see like Brittany Borosi's there. She's hosting the carpet, and we quickly do our pictures on the carpet, and then we just step to the side, and we're like, all right, well, we have now 2 hours to kill before the movie, before they screen the episodes. Like, what the hell are we gonna do? It's very intimate. There's not a lot of people there at all. Like, it's not like a big. I thought it was gonna be this big.
It's not like a
crazy-
Hollywood premiere.
Yeah, it was
like
just
a more
very
industry
very
premiere, yeah.
intimate. And we're like, oh, let's just like chill in this room. And so we're just sitting there waiting. It was just like me, him, and like a few other people and a photographer. And all of a sudden, the cast just starts walking in one by one right in front of us. Like we were here, and they were like where the end of that table was, just coming in, taking like a picture in front of the carpet, and we're like, oh my god, this is great. They're all walking right in front of us, and I just
was
grabbed
like
my
the
phone
perfect
and I just
entrance
start
spot.
filming all of them like a madman, and I just start yelling at each of them like, yes,
You better work, bitch.
yes, and I was like the only one there, like pretty much yelling, so they all just kept looking at me.
And it was crazy because I had like my camera and I was like taking pictures of them, and I think they thought that I was like a paid photographer, so they were like giving me looks.
Because it was
and I'm
just
like,
him and this other guy, but like there was no security there. It was very
weird.
open. Like it felt wrong, and so we all saw him come in. And I was just like, okay, I got it. This is all I needed. Perfect. And another person that was there is so weird. What's her name from You season 2? The girl. What's her name? She's in like Haunted.
Yes, and she's in the Casey Musgraves music video. Yeah.
Do you know who?
Yeah,
she,
I don't know her name.
randomly there.
Oh, yeah.
And I asked her, I was like, what is she doing here? She's like, is she dating one of the cast members? She's like, no, just HBO invited her and she came. I'm like, what do you mean she just came? She's like, yeah, she just wanted
you're a big fan,
I was like,
you got connections.
I was like, that's so like, I get if we come because we're internet people that we'd come to anything like this, but it's so weird that she's here.
Did you tell Fabian hi? Did you talk?
I don't know.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you say our names? Did you say Matt and Patricia?
No.
Oh, damn.
Wait, you said hi. When did you say hi to him?
At the very end of the night.
He's been over to our place a few times.
I don't know him though, so I didn't like.
And it just could have been icebreaker. He would have been like, "Oh, Patricia and Matt, yes."
Yeah, but I also just didn't want to.
I know it just could have been icebreaker.
But we went and watched it. First of all, episode 1 is
Oh my god, it's so good.
already off to an insane start.
Good.
So
it leaves
good.
you on a good cliffhanger for episode 2. You're ready to go.
Yeah.
But it didn't really hit me. Like, obviously, like we saw all them walking into the carpet beforehand, but it didn't hit me till after I watched the episode and I was sitting there. I was like, they're all next to me in this room right now. Like I just watched the show and I'm like, it's really starting to sink in.
I
now.
like Black Matt. I like genuinely blacked out like after we watched the episode.
So
I could just the energy in there. I just could because I kept on like watching it, and then I was at eye level with like a lot of them, right? So I would watch, and then I'm looking at like just one of the cast members, and I could see them watching, and I'm just sitting there like. Because I just want to see them watch themselves on screen. What are their faces looking like? Are they judging themselves? Are they like watching? Are they enjoying it? I don't know. So I'm just sitting there doing that, and then after it finishes, we go to the after party. After party is so sick. They set it up so beautifully, and they're all just walking around, and we
immediately we just like walked in. We were like.
We like grab a drink and we're sitting there just drinking. Obviously, like Heath and I are not going to talk to anybody. We're just going to sit there and just stare the whole night, right? And then E1 Mitchell, the guy who plays Amond, he's getting his pictures done, and then he turns and looks at me, and he's like, and then he turns,
stops taking pictures with like the professional photographer,
and then he gives me a look that he's going to come up to me, and then goes back and finishes taking pictures. And I look at Heath. I'm like, did you see that? He's like, yeah. He's like, he's about to come up to us. And we're like, why? And then he finishes taking the pictures and he walks right up to me. Matt, I'm like, I can't.
This magic moment.
I'm like frozen, right? Like I wasn't expecting to talk to any of them tonight. Like I was not going to go up to them. I will, from a distance, I'm good with that. He comes up to me and I don't even know how I sounded. Did I sound okay? Because I was internally
not.
freaking out.
You could have played it differently. But he walked up and he's looking at Zane and he goes, "Good to see you." And then Zane was like, "Have we met?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, I think we have." And Zane was like, "Where did we meet?" And the guy's like, I feel like I've met you before.
I think I was just more confused than anything.
Yeah.
And then I started realizing, oh, maybe we have met before. I don't know. But like that was pretty much the conversation. And then congratulate him, have a good night, and then he walks away, right? And then I look at Heath, I'm like, what was it? Like
he was like, "Have I met him?" I was like, "I don't think so." He's like, "But how does he like? What was that?"
I also don't think he watches like the vlogs, or I don't think he's watching the content.
And
he didn't even have an Instagram, so I just don't think he's on.
My thought was, I was like, because Zane dressed up as him for Halloween.
And it didn't even hit me.
So I was like, I wonder if like maybe he saw like the comparison like for the Halloween costume, and maybe it was like shared
because they're just like us.
And I was
They're
like,
probably sharing.
I was like, maybe he just recognized your face from that.
Y'all have like very similar looking faces too.
Oh,
and so I bet he was like, this guy looks like
we
me.
have the same chin, the same nose, the same face.
He probably thought he was like looking at himself.
We had the same head. Did you see his head?
Yeah.
We had the same like shaped head too.
And I was like, maybe he just recognized your face, didn't know where from.
He thought he was looking in a mirror.
That's definitely probably.
Yeah. As soon as he said that, I was like, fuck,
but he was super
I
nice.
miss you for Halloween.
Yeah, I'm gonna, and I wasn't gonna say that either. How embarrassing would that be?
Are you a cosplayer? You do Comic-Con?
Yeah, you and me, huh?
You and me. That's what it is. Well, nice meeting you. Carry on. Enjoy the pie. Get another drink. That was good.
But it was super sick. It was really cool. He was really nice.
I remember that happened, and a few it was probably like 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, Heath was like, I don't know what it was, but I was like, I think it's time to go. Like we should just leave while we can.
I was like, let's quit while we're ahead because we're gonna keep staring.
Yeah.
And not only that, like, but what if we just have like a bad conversation with somebody? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what if like I bump into another one of them and it's just like it was just a very awkward
You're
conversation.
gonna leave on a high note.
Yeah.
Like you felt fulfilled.
Just leave on a high note. I saw all of them, and then just time to go home.
You get a picture of like, and they're like, all right, I think you're good, mate. Take them all your way. Just
That-
like you like,
Oh.
imagine you do stay and you do push it. You're just like, photographers there, like, can we get a pic? Yeah. And they're like,
Not all
Every
not all the
picture.
pictures I'm in. Like the cast is just trying to get pictures done with them, and I'm just in it.
You're posing it like, they're all like doing the cast. You get in front going, we made it. You like are like kind of embodying their characters, like, ooh. Like to the bad guy, you're like,
The guy, the one that likes the feet. I'm just.
you take your shoe off, sock off, you're with them all, like, making them all like look at your feet, and they're like, and you think you're killing it, and you wake up the next morning, you're like, oh, shit. Big things coming.
Season 3.
And then you post on Instagram.
Thanks for having. Good to see you guys.
So good to see you guys as always.
There's like a picture of you telling the casting director that your finger is like on his chest. The casting director's like, yeah, I want to tell you something. Get my email.
Zane just kept saying he's like, I don't want to like talk to them. I just want to be their friends. I'm like, easy.
They're in their group chat. They're like sending like your TikToks going, oh, this was the guy.
This was him, right?
Found
There
him.
you go.
Found him.
Found him.
Found him.
This was the guy that was yelling at us. Who let him in? I mean, and then they're like, oh, he did you for Halloween. Oh, that's it. Oh.
They pull up like his famous birthdays. Just a screen.
Oh, he's massive. Like he has massive following. Maybe we should
Now,
have taken
their
the pic.
inside joke every couple of weeks is like zooming into Zane's face in the background of just
God.
no context.
And they do a deeper dive. They're like, oh, look, he's done the Night King too.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
he's in it big.
Was he in Saw?
Was he in Saw? Does he act? You can pull up his IMDb. Oh, he hasn't.
Him and Riff
Oh
Raff?
no, he's not in Saw. He did a fan video for them.
Oh,
cute.
no, he seems nice. I mean, the episode's out. What's Zane saying on his stories?
God.
No, he seems.
You guys want to? Should we make a bet if he's gonna be the season 3 premiere?
Like, maybe.
Oh, he's back.
It's talks. We could put in a good word.
They see you at the next premiere. They're all side-eyeing each other. They're just like,
Here he is again. How much everyone wants to bet Zane's gonna be there?
That would destroy.
You're like your Ice King picture is like the photo for the group chat, like you with the vape. Like,
Guys, I'm like believing you. Stop, please.
no, he's
I'm like
quite-
genuinely believing
he's a
this.
fan.
Whew, what a ride.
Everyone's like, this was a funny episode, but like, what did Zane do on his? What did Zane do on his trip?
You say good stories, man.
We're getting delusional. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching another episode. We love you so much. Also, make sure to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Zane and Heath. We keep these cameras rolling. We also do a bonus episode every single month. We do a live Q&A every month. It's a great time. Again, patreon.com/Zane and Heath.
You can check out these episodes every Monday, audio form on all the podcast platforms. And
Boy. Good boy.
give it a rest.
and every Tuesday, video
He's
form on
stressing
YouTube.
thinking about that group chat they got with him.
YouTube.com/Zane and Heath.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Straight